Hey, Engraver here. Welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. I hope you had a really great Christmas holiday season and a new year. I'm feeling pretty optimistic about 2023. I'm getting married. That's pretty good. I plan on getting married, and it takes some planning. So in addition to planning for a wedding, and then also doing a couple part-time jobs and saving up some money, I have been pretty busy. And that's actually going to change the nature of my channel going forward, at least with this year. Now, let's talk about my channel update. I really do want to continue producing content. Now, you may have noticed that this is a different format. I'm recording from my phone. I actually didn't know that smartphones had really good cameras because I don't use phones for that matter, except to call and to text. I don't really use apps besides logging on important information like bank accounts and stuff. But you didn't need to know that. But in any case, I'm recording this with my phone, and I've got my computer recording Logic, so hopefully my computer's doing okay. You may have been aware, why am I doing this? Well, unfortunately, over the break, I have had some troubleshooting issues as far as StreamYard is concerned. StreamYard is great, but I just do not think that my old dinosaur of a computer, but my old reliable, it's great. I don't think my computer has the capacity anymore, or whether it's the browser, the operating system, whatever reason. Maybe it's the internet. The rural area that we live in, services are changing, so it could be that. But whatever the case is, every time I record a test in StreamYard, it just comes back really staticky. It's buffering. Sometimes my computer freezes altogether. So I don't want that to happen live. So for now, I hate to say this is part of my channel update. Let's start with the channel update. For now, I will not be streaming for the time being until I know the source of the problem and I can fix it. I do miss streaming. I really wish I could be streaming Monday nights. But in lieu of streaming Monday nights, I will be posting commentary videos, just random ideas I have, talking about art or random things about life in this format with my phone, and then maybe publishing, posting it, maybe premiering it every Monday so I can actually see you guys in the chat and then talk to you in the chat. But unfortunately, I can't stream with all the computer issues as it stands. So bear with me, streaming will come back, I just don't know when. But in that regard, let's talk about the content going forward, at least for this year. So in addition to weekly posts of something of this format here, I would like to produce new content. So we just got through the new year. We're finishing up the Christmas, the 12 days of Christmas this Friday, January 6th. And we've celebrated a wonderful new year. I think the new year, for me, for anyone really, is a good time to reset and reevaluate. And I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do with my channel. And basically, this is what I have in mind. So just kind of backtrack a little bit. For the last 4 years, I've been doing weekly videos, music videos and commentary videos. Whether it's Logic Pro, Super Collider, just original music and works in progress, maybe some album previews, maybe some tech-related stuff. And I have enjoyed that, but I just feel like I have not really upped the ante as far as my content. Now, I will always continue composing in Logic. I have a couple projects I need to take care of this month, but you might not see behind the scenes anymore. It's very much been, this is what I've been doing in Super Collider behind the scenes. This is what I've been composing behind the scenes. I think I'm actually going to put that aside for a little bit. Just compose on my own, do Super Collider on my own. I will publish Super Collider code soon. I know I've been saying that. I said that September and it's January. I will be posting my code soon, so keep on the lookout for that. It's coming. Anyway, so I'll be doing composing and Super Collider and all that stuff behind the scenes without actually anyone seeing, because I actually want to focus on new content. The content I want to focus on For my music specific content is actually music, yes, but we actually will be talking about science fiction as well. Science fiction and music, those are the two main topics that I want to focus on for my channel going forward. So, science fiction in the way of writing, it could be an in depth analysis of a short story or maybe a character study. Maybe the importance of science fiction, or maybe the misconceptions of science fiction, or maybe the importance of short stories. So, basically, really talking about, really homing in on science fiction and writing. Science fiction in the context of writing. Why is that? Well, I read a lot of science fiction over the last month. For the month of December, it's not really a Christmassy stint, but I actually have been binging on Isaac Asimov's short stories. I've been reading up to, I think, 14 or 15, not including the Foundation trilogy. So I've been really enjoying just diving into the different concepts and ideas of Isaac Asimov and as far as his storytelling. And really just want to talk, give people insight on what to expect of a person like Isaac Asimov, what to expect of his writing, what to expect of classic science fiction versus modern science fiction. I really like reading science fiction and I really like writing science fiction. So I think it's more or less appropriate that I have my Sound Engraver channel also focus on, a hobby that is very important to me. It's been a big part of my life for the last 8 to 10 years. So be on the lookout for some science fiction commentary. Even if you don't care for science fiction yourself, you can also kind of view the input as, oh, well, I don't do that, but maybe I'll do that. I'll consider such a thing for thrillers, for instance, or fantasy writing, or comic book writing, or graphic novel writing, or something like that. So it will always have some sort of context in writing. That's the first thing I want to focus on. The second thing I want to focus on, obviously, is music. I'm sound engraver. I'm a composer, a violinist. I'm a music teacher. So I think all of that is really important. Music would be quite a large umbrella to fill as far as what I want to talk about, because I think it won't be random, it won't be haphazard, but it will be a lot of different things because I explore a lot of different things. So I could be talking about classical music, maybe the top 10 classical pieces to try, or maybe what's the easiest period in classical music to start listening if you want to start listening to classical music. Maybe the top 5 violin pieces that I recommend. Or maybe it's maybe something a little controversial, like maybe a famous composer like Brahms, for instance. I like Brahms a little bit, but I do think he lacks in something as a composer, no matter how famous he is. And so maybe have a little controversial thing like, oh, where was he really bad at as far as music composition? Because he did lack in one major thing in music composition, pretty much throughout his repertoire. So something like that. Or it could be something like with film music, like what good Hans Zimmer music is out there. Like what I think is good Hans Zimmer versus some okay Hans Zimmer. I actually do think, musically speaking, he has some good scores and not so good scores. So, like what's good Hans Zimmer versus what's not so good Hans Zimmer. So something about film score. Also, video game soundtracks, still work on some commentary with video game soundtracks. And then have the different topics be very interesting, something geek related. So, for instance, an idea that I have that I really want to try is asking the question, how do you make a major chord sound sad? Or how do you make a song or a piece in a major key sound sad? And I actually would do 2 pieces by the Japanese composer Yoko Shimomura. She was the composer for Mario 7 Stars, RPG, and then also Kingdom Hearts. And she has 2 pieces, one distinct piece for each game that beautifully demonstrates how to make a major key or major chord sound sad. So very fun topics like that. And I understand that it might not get the traction as maybe me talking about Star Wars or Rings of Power or whatever, but I think I'm going to be just breaking away from popular art in general and just focusing on just geek-related stuff. So that's what actually I will be looking into as far as my commentary. Now, I will have weekly commentary in lieu of streaming, so posting hopefully every Monday night with something that looks like this. Maybe premiere it so I can be with you guys in the chat if I've not said that already. But with my fixed commentary on either science fiction or music, I really would like to up the ante as far as production value. So I will be, providing analysis where you would hear my voice, but you would see visuals and then hear music that I've composed. That's going to take more than a week to do for those videos. So my other commentary videos or my topical videos on music or science fiction, that's going to be probably twice a month, maybe once a month for now. I'm not going to put the pressure on myself. I would like to do at least twice a month with that, but those kind of videos do take time. So, and I just, those are topics that are meaningful to me. So if they get the views, that's really good. But if they don't get the views, I also understand as well. In any case, I do want to be a little bit more insightful and educational in my content. I want to be more educational with something like music, with something like writing. And original music will come, but not really in the context as it has been in the past few years. If I have announcements on original music and things like Super Clatter, I will definitely post those. In fact, I did release a piece you can check out on Spotify or on my website. I'll put it in the, well, no, it's defaulted in the description below. In memorial, my last electronic single track for a little bit. I'm going to get back to composing for full-length albums and all of that. But in any case, this video is getting a little too long. I'm looking forward to the new content for my YouTube channel for Sound Engraver. So again, I do miss you guys with streaming. I do miss streaming, but thank you for hanging there with me. Hanging in there. That's the phrase I was looking for. Thanks for hanging in there and waiting it out as we figure out this troubleshooting. So with that, I will bid you farewell until I see you next, and until I talk to you in the chat or see you in the comments section. Keep producing, preserving, and promoting the good art that you love, and I will catch you later. Thanks again.